Hello everyone, Rurikhan here, and today I'm going to be bringing you somewhat of a review of the Avermedia Gamecapture HD. Now this is not going to be like a standard review where I'm going to just talk about the specific product at hand, since the thing about these particular capture cards is that there's several of them, and usually when people are looking at the review, they're usually looking to compare the unit with other units that can do the same thing, in order to try and make an informed decision about should they purchase it or not, does it suit their needs or not. So since I really only have experience with two of these particular capture cards, one of them being the Hauppauge HD PVR, I'm not exactly sure if that's how you pronounce Hauppauge or Hauppauge, blah, 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 something like that. But anyways, I purchased an Hauppauge HD PVR in the past when I really started getting into this whole making video game videos thing. And I've been using the Hauppauge. I've been pleased throughout most of the time that I've used it, except near the end where you guys noticed that I was complaining I was having some issues with it, some syncing issues. It was dropping like 2-3 seconds of frames every now and then in the middle of recordings, which was the main reason why I seeked out a different one. So today, I didn't receive it today. I received it a while ago. I've actually already made the unboxing video like 2 days ago, I think by now. But only now I had the time to actually start giving a review, because today I actually did a couple of recordings to test it out so that you guys can evaluate the quality for yourselves. So let's talk about the pros and cons of this particular capture card. So the pros is that you don't really need a computer to capture with it. You only need the computer to upload the footage to YouTube or process the footage if you plan on doing some editing, which I will usually do. So it does not use a computer at all. And my surprise was that I thought this was an option, like, oh, you can record to a hard drive, but you also have the standard recording mechanisms that you have from the HD PVR. And it's not just like this optional thing. It is the only way to do it. It only records to either an external hard drive or a hard drive that you purchased that you can put in there. And that was a really big surprise for me, because I was hoping that maybe I could use this also for live streaming, but this particular device cannot be used at all for live streaming. So I've live streamed in the past using my HD PVR, but this one cannot be used at all because it only records to external hard drives. It does not send footage to your PC directly. So if that was something that you were thinking about doing, if it's an important feature for you, forget about it. Don't get this one. So obviously there's advantages to this, because it's not stressing out your computer at all when it's recording. And you guys might be wondering, well, if you're playing on a console, why does it matter? I'm not just playing on console. I also record PC footage with this, but I use a separate device that, well, I have another device that also will hook up into this and allows me to capture PC footage. So for me, it is important. For you, it might not be. So apart from that, it records onto an external hard drive. My main complaint was the bitrate. And why am I complaining about the bitrate? Well, I went to the website and I feel a little bit cheated, because in the website it states that it goes up to 15 megabits. Now, I didn't really do a whole bunch of research on this, but I mean, obviously, if it says on the website goes up to 15 megabits, I assume, okay, it goes up to 15 megabits. I mean, that's a given right there. So I didn't really worry about it that much. But the problem is it only goes up to 15 megabits or megabytes, whatever. It only goes up to 15 megs if you're recording in 1080i. Now, if you're someone who's just getting started on this, or someone who has experience, you will know, at least me personally, I hate recording in 1080i. I think it's just bad recording in 1080i, because I mean, you have all that interlacing going on, and it just doesn't work out as smoothly as 720p. This is in my personal experience. So I'm obviously not going to be recording in 1080i. I've had terrible experiences recording in 1080i, and I was just never ever pleased with the results of 1080i. So I obviously want to record in 720p. Now, I was really kind of disappointed when I got to 720p and all I could record at was 12 megabits. So it turns out that there's like a cap of bitrate associated with your resolution. So if you're going to be recording at 720p, the maximum you can record at is 12 megabits. If you're going to be recording at 1080i, which I honestly don't advise to anyone, you can get to 15 megabits. If you're going to be recording at lower than 720p, the maximum you can get out of it is 7.5 megabits per second. So yeah, I mean, that kind of bummed me out a little bit because I was expecting at least 15 megabits at 720p, and you guys might be thinking, well, come on, it's just 3 megabits. Is that big of a deal? To me, it is. It really is. It is a really big peeve that I have, but we will see, because it is obviously the only HD PVR I have at the moment, and I will be using it. And unfortunately, right now, I don't really think that there's anything in the market out there. Today is the 16th of August of 2012. I don't really think that there's anything that can replace the Hauppauge or the Avermedia, because I mean, the other thing that you have is the Elgato. There's a new thing from Elgato, also I think it's also called Gamecapture HD. I don't really know, but there's something from Elgato which will capture from Xbox 360 through HDMI, and it has a special cable to capture from the PlayStation, but it also will let you capture from PlayStation at 720p and 1080i. And the thing is, however, due to the weird kind of setup that I have going, I need the capture card to have component, and since the Elgato does not have component, that would not be an option for me. So these are the main 3 ones I think that I've seen so far. There's also this other device called the Blitzbox, and unfortunately I don't have a lot of experience with Blitzbox, and they seem to be kind of the new kids on the block. So I don't really know if the device can deliver upon what it states, because they claim their device will capture up to 1080p, which is quite a bold statement, capturing 1080p through component cable. And a lot of people are already saying that it's not possible, and that devices that do that cost like your eyeballs and whatever. But I'm kind of just stretching myself a little bit thin here. So I'm sure you guys want to check out the box itself, the components, and obviously the results, and evaluate for yourselves. So just keep these things in mind. Number 1, you cannot use this to broadcast footage to your PC. So you cannot use this particular capture card for live streaming. Number 2, your quality caps are going to be 15 megabits for 1080i, 12 megabits for 720p, and 7.5 megabits for anything below 720p. And number 3, it records to hard drives, to external hard drives, does not require a computer at all to use. You can just hook up your console, hook up a hard drive, boom, you're good to go. It also has an internal storage bay where you can storage a 2.5-inch hard drive, and you can just keep it there. Instead of having an external hard drive, you can just have a SATA 2.5-inch, stick it in there, and pretty much it fits inside the box itself. So you'll get this one unit that already brings the hard drive with it. So that's kind of a cool feature, I think. It's pretty cool. So it really all depends on your quality needs, in my opinion, and whether or not you plan on using the device for live streaming. Those should pretty much be your main focuses on your decision of purchasing this particular product. So now I will give you the footage of the unboxing, so check it out. Okay, so let's get this unboxing started here. This is the box, as you guys can see, with the box art here. I'm not a really big fan of all this metallic type stuff. I like flat colors a lot more than metallic. This is what it looks like on the sides. This side tells us it's RoHS compliant, which is actually bad for the end user. Sure, it's more eco-friendly and whatnot, but I've been talking to a couple of people who are, more savvy in electronics than myself, And they tell me that actually it's actually worse for the product, that it's designed to improve the environment or whatnot. So yeah, maybe I'm being a little bit selfish here, but I am sorry about that. This is the back of the case. Now let's cut this bad boy open, shall we? I'm gonna just take off these little plastic stickers in here. Let's not damage the box, because you never know if I don't have to return this one too. There we go. Shouldn't be needing this anymore. Okay, let's open this up. Another big box inside of it. So let's just take that one out, shall we? Okay. Let's keep everything as intact as possible. Oh. Looks like we are going to be needing the box cutter some more plasticky stuff for me to clip. I'll go ahead, chop through this. Excuse me. And through this. Wow, this is some really thick plastic, or my box cutter is a real piece of shit. Okay, that's open. That's open. Wow, look at all the fun stuff we have here. Quick guy, don't need this. Oh, what's this? This looks interesting. This little set of cables right here. So if I'm not mistaken, this is something that's referred to in the box as the universal component cable. Pretty damn important. Whoa, what the hell? This is some weird entries that we have here. Let's see what this is supposed to do. Okay. Open this bad boy up, as well as this one. Let's go ahead and open up all of this stuff. Damn, why so much tape? Jeez. Excuse me. There we go. Let's have a look at this bad boy. I have no idea where we should be connecting this one. But apart from that, it's pretty much a universal component cable adapter. So this you can plug into your Wii. This entrance over here. This you can plug into your PlayStation 3. So I assume this is maybe for the Xbox? This gigantic thing. Christ. It is huge. Oh, nice. Some adapters so that you can actually change according to the country that you're in. Which is one of the reasons I obviously want to try and buy this in a Portuguese outlet. So that I could have the power outlet that I require. So it's a good thing they include the component cable for your console, because my previous HD PVR from Apogee did not include a console cable, so I have to buy that separately. This is the unit itself. Just like the Apogee, it's a pretty much lightweight unit. There's not really a whole lot of weight in here. It's just probably just a simple capture card. As you can see, there's a USB entry right here. And you might be wondering, what's this for? Well, you can actually hook up a hard drive in here, and you can record directly to a hard drive without having to go through the PC, which is a really good thing. Not exactly sure what all of these do. This obviously turns on, and this must be the universal recording button, this one right here. You get the Avermedia Capture HD logo, whatever, and here are the inputs and outputs. Obviously, you have your component video. This is out, so this will go into the television. And this will come from your console or device of choice, because this can be used for more just recording consoles. Me personally, I also use it to record the PC through the means of yet another device that I have in my possession. Which I should do a shout out to Anakin with 4 N's, who was the one who helped me get that setup done. So yeah, also you have your power outlet here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, this thing opens up because you can actually hook up a hard drive in this section. As you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can tell in the camera, but there's like a SATA interface here with your standard SATA connection, as well as SATA power connection, so the power and the data connection. So, and there's a little leaflet that tells you how you can do that. So it can have an internal hard drive, it just obviously is not included. But for now, let's just keep this thing closed. Never remove the HDD while the device is on. So yeah, I think I've shown you pretty much every aspect there is to see about the particular device. This is obviously going to be the power adapter, not a very exciting thing to watch. Let's just hook up our local power thing here, because I'm so eager to get started with this thing. Guys, I have no idea. It's like I've been waiting forever. Now then, let's hook this baby up. What, do I gotta take like a college degree or something? Didn't think so. So it goes like this, and boop. Now this is now assembled for Portugal usage. It does seem, however, that we are missing a set of cables, and here they are. The component cables, which are actually a lot more flexible than the ones I used to have. The ones I used to have were terrible. I used to hate moving those things because they were just like these huge white cables. So yeah, this is your standard component cables. This is just for the video portion of the component cable. This is for the audio portion right here, these red and white ones. So this is component video, component audio. You will hook these up on the back of the device. It also comes with a nifty little remote in case you want to use that. They all seem to come with one, because you can also use this to you know, watch television, whatnot. Batteries for your remote always comes in handy. And amazingly enough, it comes with manuals, troubleshootings. Doesn't seem to come with a software CD though. So interesting. So it seems that we probably just need to go and get the latest firmware, and it will also bring software, I assume. At least I hope so, because I don't really see a CD anywhere. So yeah, these are the contents of the box. So in case you guys are curious to know more about this particular product, stay tuned. I will be showing you a couple of tech demos of what this can do. Okay, so now that you've watched the unboxing and you've seen all the components and all the cool stuff that comes inside the box, I will give you a couple of samples that I've taken. Now, I've obviously recorded samples at different resolutions. Unfortunately, my my PlayStation 3 is hooked up through HDMI, so I can only really record at 3 resolutions with this thing, which is 1080i, 720p, and 576p. I thought I could do 480p, but I couldn't through HDMI. I would have to hook it up through component, and I really don't want to go through the trouble of hooking up my PlayStation through component. Probably this video will get you guys really interested about this other device that I have that is basically receiving HDMI signal and outputting component signal. I might do a particular video on that. If you guys are really interested, make sure to leave it in the comments below, and I might do a separate video explaining you guys about that particular device and how I use it in conjunction with these external capture cards. But that is going to be it for this video. The samples should be annotated somewhere in this video. Just click the sample that you want to watch. There's going to be the 1080i sample, 720p, and 576. All of these are recorded at the optimal, they call it the optimal setting, which is basically the best setting that you can have. So just remember, for 1080i, it is 15 megabits. For 720p, it is 12 megabits. And for 576p is going to be 7.5 megabits. I'm sorry if this has been a little bit too technical or something that you guys are not used to. It's just, I just purchased the device and I wanted to give you guys kind of an idea of how the device works, what you can expect from a device like this, and all that kinds of good stuff. And now I'm just going to go back to recording some more Dark Souls Dwarven Edition because I know you guys can't wait to see that. So see you guys in the next one.